Alright, so for a price of $100 more than its predecessor, Google brings some much welcome upgrades with the new Pixel 8, and it does offer some nice hardware and software features. With that said though, there are still some stuff that it needs to work on, and yeah, let's take a look in this review. So after using the Pixel 8 for a while, I've gotten to know the device, and for this review, I just want to share with you guys what I think are the biggest upgrades and some of the stuff that you need to consider about Google's newest smartphone. Right, so first off, let's talk about the display. While the Pixel 8 comes with a smaller 6.2-inch display compared to the 6.3-inch display on the Pixel 7, it does come with a much smoother 120Hz refresh rate, as well as a brighter overall display. Using the phone in direct sunlight is never an issue, unlike with the Pixel 7 or the Pixel 6. And yeah, it's a great looking screen, especially for content consumption, for daily use, and even for gaming. I think it's one of the phone's best qualities, and if you're really after a Pixel phone with an all-around solid display, then you won't have any trouble with the Pixel 8. Of course, with the screen you also get a fingerprint scanner, and I do think that Google has improved the quality of the fingerprint scanner. It's a lot more accurate compared to its predecessors. And like I said, it's a smaller display, so it's a more compact phone now. It's a lot more pocket friendly, and one-handed usage is no problem at all. Another major highlight of the Pixel 8 is of course the software inside. Now, I'm a fan of clean software on Android smartphones. I'm not really too keen on third-party Android skins like One UI for example, and I do prefer Google's approach to how they present Android. You're just getting the Android essentials as well as some Google exclusive features. Of course, alongside with this, you do get some impressive AI stuff from Google, especially the new photo editing features like Magic Editor, Best Take, which I think are really nice features. They can improve your photos, especially if you're looking for a quick and easy way to edit your pictures on your phone. Now, it does take a while because the AI processing is done via the cloud mostly, although that's not to say that the phone isn't doing anything on its part. There's a reason that Google stuck with the Tensor chipsets for this purpose. And yeah, these features do come in handy, although there are times when they don't work perfectly. Sometimes I've had trouble getting Best Take to work, or sometimes the Magic Editor doesn't really get what I'm trying to accomplish in a photo, but when they do work, they work really well. And of course, there's always room for improvement on this front. Now, of course, this focus on AI editing features ties in with Google's vision for a smartphone that people will use for photos, for videos, and in that regard, I have to say that the camera on the Pixel 8 remains terrific. I'm a big fan of Google's computational photography and what they are able to do with the camera hardware on their smartphones. Ever since I got the Pixel 3a, the 4a, the 6, the 7 up until now, I've been a fan of the way that the Pixel's camera software fine-tunes elements like color balance, the overall details, and the clarity in the photo. We do miss out on pro controls, which I think is a real shame. But with that said though, it is a great phone for taking point-and-shoot photographs, especially for people who do a lot of mobile photography. You're gonna find a lot to love with the Pixel 8's cameras. Of course, aside from photography for day-to-day usage, I've gotten a relatively smooth experience with the Pixel 8. I haven't really gotten any app crashes or stutters or restarts with my phone. For everyday use, it's a terrific phone, especially if you're not really a power user. If it's more oriented for your work and personal use, that's going to be a terrific choice for you. And of course, as a phone, it does work terrific as well. In terms of connectivity, I haven't had any problems. Unlike the issues that I had on the Pixel 6 from a couple of years back, there's been no connectivity issues, for me at least, with the Pixel 8. And I guess the same can be said for battery. I'm not getting super impressive, perfect battery life on the Pixel 8, but it's enough to last me an entire day. I get mostly around 5 or maybe up to 6 hours of screen on time if I really stretch it. But like I said earlier, for day-to-day use, it's a pretty impressive device. Now with that said, it is of course not a perfect Android phone. Now I think there are some stuff that kind of holds the Pixel 8 back. Not so much that it's an unusable device, but if you really take notice and dig into the details, it might dissuade you from getting the phone. If you're looking for a performance device, if you play a lot of graphically intensive games on your phone, then the Pixel 8 might not be capable of keeping up with stuff like that. The Tensor G3 is an improvement over the first and second generation Tensor chips, but I've noticed that it still tends to get warm after extended usage, especially with heavy gaming, constant mobile data use. I think it's safe to say that it's not on the same level as the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 yet. It will be able to run most titles on the Google Play Store, but yeah, I would avoid any heavy gaming with the Pixel 8. And while it doesn't overheat like the Pixel 7 and the Pixel 6, for example, you can still notice it getting warm, especially with extended usage. And while to be fair, a lot of smartphones do get warm after a while, there's a tendency for the Pixel 8 to get warm a bit quicker versus its rivals. Alright, so with that said, is it worth spending the extra $100 on the Pixel 8 as compared to the Pixel 7? I would suggest looking for deals and trade-in promos on the Pixel 8, especially if you're looking to get a new Google flagship without spending too much money. Now, is it a perfect phone? Of course not. It's a terrific Android smartphone, but it still has some shortcomings that don't necessarily make it unusable, but rather will make you think twice and really consider your options before going for the Pixel 8. But again, if you're after a Google-powered smartphone with a terrific camera, clean software, some cool and useful AI features, and a great-looking screen, then of course the Pixel 8 is a no-brainer. Alright guys, so that does it for this quick review. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Do you have the Pixel 8 or are you still planning to get one for yourself? Don't forget to check out our other videos here on Team VRY. Thanks all for watching and I'll see you guys in the next one.